the neutral was actually working out really well. You could tell that Carl was trying to do these really good reads, and he was really on point with those. However, when Sonic Fox got those reads, he hit really hard, taking away 40%, 45%. And the reality is, Displacer Raiden, unless you spend a lot of bar on it, he's just not going to do the same damage. So it's, you know, it just comes down to my character hits harder than yours. If I make, you know, maybe less reads. You know, sometimes you don't even need to make as many reads.
But the thing is, Perfect Legend had that last game. He had the forward 3 on block, which does guarantee a follow-up with your dash cancels, and he just opted to finish the string. Unless he wasn't ready to hit confirm it on block, or he thought it was going to hit, he just thought, on hit, that would do enough damage to kill. On block, at least I'm safe.
There's always the chance that even in a situation where you should be ready for something to connect, you just won't always be ready. You might, your brain would have just told you, look, if I throw out this straight kick, or I throw out this string that you can hit confirm, it's not going to hit. There's no way he's going to get hit by that. It hits, and before you even realize it's been hit, that's it. It's done.
So Perfect Legend does move down to the lower bracket. Sonic Fox does advance, but moving into your next game, we have Noble Dab versus Critical Reactions Biohazard. Both players have had a really good tournament so far. They did win their sets very, very convincingly. And I've got to say, Biohazard did it with Ferritor versus Liu Kang. I do not think there is a stronger Ferritor player on planet Earth right now.
Look, there is no getting around the fact that Biohazard is the Ferritor. Now, that's just that. Results speak for themselves. He's had multiple top 8s. He's been in grand finals. I mean, even we just had an EGP tournament. Again, shouts to, you know, EGP Compton. Now, that was a little tournament that we had before this. And Biohazard went. Some of the other ESL guys went. And Biohazard won that. He actually defeated Madsen in the grand finals. Madsen had defeated him first in the winners finals. And then when we moved into grand finals, not only did he just reset the bracket 3-0, but he then took the set 3-2. So it's... He is no stranger to being under tournament stress.
But neither is Dab.
Exactly.
Dab has had a lot of success. I mean, a lot of consistency, I'd say, more so than anything else with MKX. But even back in MK9, he had, especially towards like the end of MK9's sort of competitive life, he really sort of showed up and had a lot of success with Jax. Cabal, I remember as well. I mean, just a lot of characters.
Now, the question we have to really bring here is, we know Dab's likely to go with Tanya. What really is the Tanya versus Ferritor matchup?
I have absolutely no idea.
Have we seen it before? We don't really see it all that often.
Biohazard must have fought it by now.
Look, he has Sonic Fox as a training partner. I am pretty sure he's got a little bit of Tanya experience at this point.
Well, you're going to need to. I mean, to be fair, like we've seen the consequences of not having it. You know, the internationals, the EUs that don't have access to these kind of like high-level Tanyas, and they lost very convincingly to it. And I'm sure, you know, a similar story could happen for almost any character.
But look, Ferritor has a really strong factor of that as well. If you've never fought Ferritor, or you at least haven't had a long set...
If you've not fought Biohazard, you're not fought Ferritor.
That's exactly what I'm saying in that. Like, if you're not prepared for Biohazard's Ferritor, there's going to be a lot of on-the-spot adaptations that you're going to have to make. And in even a 3 out of 5 setting, there's so much stuff to this character that you just may not be aware of. You know, before you even realize what's going on, you've lost. But there is that element.
But Bio really handles the variation system better than I think any player I've seen in the competitive scene. Because right as you think you've figured out Ruthless, he'll go Lackey. You think you've got Lackey, he'll go Vicious. And vice versa. Like, he knows what variations he likes against certain characters. Obviously, he's going to go for the Boss Toss, the Grandmaster, and things like that. But I think his sort of bread and butter go-to does tend to be Ruthless for the pain and gain damage buff, the armor, the grab, the meaty bone grab you can change the direction of. Like, there's a lot going for this variation particularly that he enjoys.
Completely, and there you go, immediately starting off. Oh, tries to go for the punish, does get it anyway. I mean, that low drill is very unsafe. And there we go, there's the pain and gain. Now, the pain and gain does give Ferritor a damage buff, and when that happens, you can now cancel it to continue your pressure. The only downside here is that Biohazard, to get those cancels, will have to hurt himself to do it. So it's all about risk versus reward, whether you can afford to take that damage.
Wow, and just wonderful use of the overhead boss right now.
Oh, very bad read on the low. If you went for the overhead, that would have caught, but that really can be story of Ferritor's life. You go for one of the options, and the other one would have worked. And that's just the way it is. You have to really kind of shake it off. We can see so many of those overhead tosses, the NJPs. They just do such a good job of commanding the entire screen. Tanya's used to being a noble character. There's the tech. He knows those gaps in that Tom for pressure.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, gets us right on the 50-50 special.
Oh, no! Biohazard stabs himself, takes himself out of round 1. Now, the thing is, that punish actually would have killed. And we just talked about risk versus reward. He must have just not realized that that was going to happen. So unfortunate.
Oh, that is heartbreaking to see. But one thing I will comment on, though, is Biohazard thrives on anti-airs, anti-cross-ups. I've never seen a player so consistent with them in Mortal Kombat X. But Tanya doesn't care about that.
Oh, because Tanya conversion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go. That might even kill.
Wow.
And that's the damage
stuff.
buff from Pain and Gain.
Didn't kill him this time. No, didn't. He had loads of health to work with. Oh, he tried to parry. Unfortunately, that Pain and Gain has got armor on startup, and we saw it do it on. We did it on Dab's wake up. He uses it as a parry sometimes to absorb single hitting attacks. Oh, Dab throws the bar away. Oh wow, that's always a good trade for Bio. Oh, unfortunately, when Tor does get hit, even if he throws Farah, if Tor takes damage during the projectile, she actually won't collide. She'll just kind of fall out of the air, quite unfortunately. Like right there, that's a bit of a pain in the matchup. When you've got a really fast projectile that is faster than that, it doesn't really work the way you hope it would. I like what Dab's doing right now. Oh, anti-air. But I love what Dab is doing right now. I mean, he's just trying to... He doesn't want any business of letting Bio come in. He doesn't want Ferritor in his face. Oh, there's the Pain and Gain. But unfortunately, didn't actually get the cancel. He just stood there and took the armor. Oh, that's to be a punish. Drops the punish, gets the low anyway. He can still take it just like that. Oh, wow. Into the brutality. And let's even talk about how much damage that even did before the grab ended. The initial hit of that grab already turned it into like a 30% damage. When you have all those stacks and you land that conversion, it literally does about 40 to 45%. So crazy. But you're going to know that. You're going to get a feel for how much damage you're going to do if you play a character that much. And it's not even that. It's how much damage you do with different stacks of Pain and Gain. There we go. That's going to be it. 1-0 right now to Biohazard. But I mean, Dab, it looks like he's kind of just trying to figure out the matchup as he goes. That's one thing that Ferritor does really well with these normals is controlling everything. It always feels like, even if it's not, it feels like it's Ferritor's turn to press the button because of the plus frames, because of the neutral jump punch. There's so much range, just like that. You feel like you want to go in and you eat something all the time. But it's just that Biohazard is always pressing a button. This is a character that can just press tons of buttons. Oh, Dab tries the anti-air, but he lands first and he keeps himself safe. Oh, staggers the one. The back row will connect.
Here comes the pressure. Big damage. Comfortable 42%. And there's the wake-up grab. If you're ready for a wake-up attack, blocking won't quite cut it when that wake-up attack is an unblockable grab.
Okay, now that looks like... Oh, wow. Oh, Bio gets to confirm off the NJP and we'll take round one. It looks like Pain and Gain. Looks like Dab's found an answer to it on block, so Bio's going to have to adapt to this. Obviously, he's going to consistently waste health.
There's the Pain and Gain, gets the grab. Might not have been ready for it to connect on hit, so he's already telling himself he's going to grab it. Nice reversal there from Dab. Here comes the Tomfa.
I like the patience. I like how Bio really... He's a very explosive player. I mean, both him and his brother, both him and Honeybee, they're very aggressive, explosive players. But Bio has amazing patience when he's waiting for Ferritor to jump back on again.
Oh, there's that down one. Clean anti-air there. There's the Pain again. That's going to be 2 stacks. This next hit's going to hurt.
That's the thing, like, Ferritor is a very quite difficult... Wow! Ouch. Now that is my favorite brutality in the game, and I am so happy we get to see it.
Now, I think Biohazard would agree. We talked about this earlier. It's not that brutality, it's the lackey charge brutality. The one that doesn't even have a first hit. You have to just run into them and they pop. Fantastic brutality right there. But yeah, 2-0 to Biohazard. Dab looks pretty lost. Now we do know that Dab can actually play other characters. Is he going to opt to go for someone else?
He is hovering over... Oh, Jackie. Maybe we'll see some Jackie.
Hey, look, full auto actually wouldn't be a bad call in this matchup. You can heavily zone Ferritor. That's one of his weaknesses. And even if he tries to go for boss toss, the bullets on full auto travel so fast, there is no way you're ever going to get hit by the Ferritos when you're playing as full auto. Jax, I don't know, I think maybe Jax would suffer from the same problem.
I think he's going to have to really mull this over because the Jackie pick, like you said, like on paper, I can see it having some benefits, but I don't think I've seen him play Jackie at any point.
I was about to say, we don't know if Dab's got some of the muscle memory, perhaps. I mean, there's a matter of, even if you can play a character, if you've not been training up a character for a tournament, and then you decide to use them, there's not going to be as much practice there. And when you're in a situation like this, where you're 1 game away from being sent to the loser's bracket,
are we going to see
really risk
Hunter Predator? Hunter we haven't seen for a significant amount of time. I mean, a very, very powerful character. But yes, his armored reversal isn't the best, but for that aggression, those hard to blockables, we are going to see.
He's going to lock in that Hunter Predator pick. So the question is, he's going to have more tools in the neutral, I think. That the trap is going to work. He's going to have the disc. He's going to have the down 4. Now, the down 4, which is the spear attack, might collide quite nicely with Ferritor in the neutral, but he's still got to watch out. There's still certain normals here that he might eat quite happily.
But I don't see the disc doing anything, though, because as soon as he sees a disc, he's just going to throw Ferra, and that's going to force a block, and then it's going to vanish.
There's the Pain and Gain. Gets the grab. Nice tech from Dab. Tries to poke. Doesn't get a good block on the low. Looks a little bit unsure. Eats an NJP.
A jump punch.
He tried to punish the low quite lately. I mean, there's a lot of discomfort here from Dab. Doesn't seem particularly sure. Oh, nice catch the reversal there. Put him into the corner. Now here comes Hunter. He's going to go in for the trap. Overhead low. Good block there from Biohazard. Seen that a couple of times. Good block on the low again.
Oh, good backdash from Dab. Wants nothing with the Pain and Gain shenanigans, but you can avoid it, but he's going to retain the damage buff.
Oh, and
NJP
nice
again.
NJP once again. Match point for CR Biohazard versus Noble Dab. And Biohazard sitting on a full stick of butter right there. 3 bars of meter to
One
work
round
with.
away from moving himself onward in the winner's bracket, where he will fight Sonic Fox, but Dab, showing signs of life, gets a good hit. How much damage is he going to do? Oh, goes for 17 just to end it early. Oh, wow. Nice explosive of the trap.
You can manually detonate that trap as like a zoning tool. And I love the neutral jump. He's waiting for the grab, potentially. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Good reversal there. Going straight through, getting big damage. And as Hunter Predator, once again, that's going to lead to a knockdown into the overhead low. Manually detonates it, goes in again. Oh, he can't block it. Can't block this one. Has to make it count. That's going to take the next round.
Is that enough? Does the food do damage? No, not quite. Yeah, but that was chip. As soon as he's laid that wake up and saw that Dab hadn't pressed a button, that was guaranteed. If you choose to stay on the ground, you do open yourself up for a meaty pressure.
Signs of life from Noble Dab right now.
Gets with the Shao Kahn hammer.
Nice slow movement. I mean, we normally see that's +2 on block. Tries to press the button anyway, challenges it. Nice air to her there. Hard. Here comes the knockdown. He's going to go into the trap, no doubt, at some point. Nice NJP. Can he chase it down? Tries to, doesn't quite get it.
Oh, gets the air to air, but I think a bit too far away for someone like Ferritor to chase it down. We'll get thrown back into the corner again, most doubt.
It does kind of seem like Hunter is a little bit of a better pick. He kind of has that full screen dominance, and when he gets in, has got those plus frames to work with. There is like a hard to blockable element. Really good buttons that can somewhat compete with this. We're seeing less NJPs, and just like that, neutral jump kick, hard to blockable, goes for the low. I love the delay there because you would have expected an overhead to block first, but Biohazard ready for the mix-up.
Oh,
Eats a neutral jump punch anyway.
I think he's fishing for brutality. I think he's fishing for it, but truly, I don't think he cares. I think he just wants to win the match.
Oh, gets the reversal. Here we go. Dab. So, once again, he's still alive. Is that going to lead into a brutality?
Absolutely. Of course it is. Of course it is. This is Mortal Kombat X, right?
Oh, nice. How about that?
Now, Ruthless, Pain and Gain, is doing nothing in this matchup. He has the option to go to Lackey.
Maybe even Vicious for the boss toss.
Maybe. I think we might see Lackey here, because Lackey just has that tore up, that meter burn uppercut.
It's hard to say because here is the thing.
Yep, gone straight to Lackey, not messing around. And cosplayers look so good today.
Now, why would Biohazard go for a Lackey pick?
I would say for tore up.
Now, what is the tore up?
Tore up is the uppercut. Meter burn launches, and I would say safe. It is -7, -6 or -7. I was talking to Biohazard about this before, but I don't think Predator can has anything to like immediately reverse that.
Now, let's not forget that the tore up and meter burn is armored as well and leads to a full combo.
Oh, here we go.
Into that.
It's going to catch him.
And that is the traditional Hunter Predator. If you catch that grab and there's a trap on the ground, you're eating that for free. And I love the fact that Dab is using it as almost like a self-detonation to use it as a zoning tool. However, when Predator does take damage, the trap and the disc both disappear. So you have to maintain pressure. It's not that you can throw it down and then sit behind it like a Sub-Zero ice clone. If you have it on the screen, you have to do something.
Now, that's one thing that Bio does with Lackey. He does forward 2. Like, believe it or not, forward 2 actually hits twice. You know, just the leg grab into the fling. It hits twice. You can actually special cancel the very, very, very first impact of that into the charge.
Here comes the knockdown, here comes the trap. Oh, wake up! Gets hit by it. This is going to clean up that round. Big damage. And I love the fact that he kept him in the corner. Now, Lackey, he has a bar of meter. Let's not forget that the regular charge as well, on the first frame, has hit of invincibility, even without spending any bars.
Yeah,
he has these defensive options.
Armor for the first few frames, and also projectile invincibility. So I think he's picking it for the armor, maybe.
Oh, there's the roll as well. Another tool that Lackey gets access to. And because the roll hits, the trap is going to disappear right there. Oh, lovely NJP. Good range.
Oh, not in the range for the disc. Oh, has to watch this wonderful block from Bio. Oh, going for it again.
Oh, there's the armor breaking. He's going to trade, but nowhere near a bad trade.
Has to watch that disc. There's
the
disc.
He's going to eat it. Tries to grab him into the trap. Really nice throw tech from Biohazard. Fantastic play, but still finds himself on the back foot. There's the hard knockdown into a guaranteed trap. Jumps through, but the invincibility of the environment interaction gets around it.
Already goes into the down 4, doesn't manage to get a big combo from that. Oh, can confirm, gets it again. Oh no, he drops it, but the down 2 will take it. What a quick tying up at 2-2. I think this Predator pick, big surprise, but really smart.
Now, the reason the Hunter Predator pick is really strong here is because these tools to deal with that full screen game, that's what's causing such amount of problems here. The trap on the ground, the disc in the neutral, the range on the forward 2, the range on the down 4, all of these things in the neutral against Veritor will do a much better job than Tanya was. I mean, it's funny how we say that, you know, Tanya was on the back foot. You had to change from Tanya, and yes, oh my days on a pick like that. Hunter Predator is a fantastic choice in this matchup.
But what does Bio do? Does he stick with Lackey, or does he try maybe going back to Ruthless? I mean, it definitely was a bit of a better match for him.
It seems like when he picked Lackey, it let Dab do more.
The things he picked Lackey to do clearly didn't work the way he intended. So he is going to go back. really sort of mull this over, because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's hard to block walls. The trappers are low, Predator has ample overheads, you know, jump attacks on the way down are overheads, so it is always going to be hard to block. It's just a question of how much can you get going when you're on the offense, and it just seems that the Ruthless can do more than Lucky can in that regard.
I think Dab definitely seems more comfortable full screen. I mean, we saw he immediately tried to go back, but I think that's definitely the opposite there for Biohazard. He wants to get in, keep him in the corner. Now, those pain and gain stacks do add up quite significantly, especially when you have them in the corner. Gets the reversal, nice bait, no punish though, very unfortunate. That move, kind of hard to punish, a bit harder than you would think.
Does miss it or catches it. That could be big damage. Oh, wow! Oh, Ferro will clean that up for him.
Thank you very much for that, Ferro, my dear. You've helped me take that round going in. Match point Biohazard.
That was Ferro's way of making up for killing him earlier.
Oh, there's the parry! Fantastic play there from Biohazard. Drops the combo, though.
But he has the corner pressure and the Mia-Bun grab. Ferro's going to stab him right in the head. Going to keep him in that corner, keep the pressure going. Big damage. There's the combo again. Don't drop it this time. Gets it. 3, 4, 5.
Grab. Here we go. Big damage. Next hit's going to take it. That's it! Going to brutality, green all over the place, it bleeds, and it has 100% been killed to death.
If it bleeds, we can make it explode.
We can run into it until it pops, because I am a giant monster with a little girl on my back. Fantastic play there from Biohazard. I mean,
that was incredible. That was actually incredible.
You can see the strength in not only changing characters, but changing variations. Now, we all know that Hishkatan Predator is a... It's generally the most gone-to pick for Predator in general.
It's the Summoner Quan to the Predator. It's the go-to, the considered best. But there are, you know, the comparison can be made. The other variations aren't too bad either. I mean, I guess Warrior might be a bit weak, but Hunter definitely has reasons why you would pick it. I mean, I know it's Ferrotor, and obviously, you know, Ferrotor is not particularly amazing character in the game, but he's definitely can compete.
I think I'll never get used to watching that, because that was just... I think I've ever seen Ferrotor actually kill themselves in tournament before.
I didn't think it was even possible. I thought it may have been like one of those...
Like Cutthroat Kano, right?
Yeah, I thought it may be one of those things that it ticks down like to the last pixel, but can't ever quite finish it off. But I guess we learn something new every day.